getting to see him so much. And of course, in these very busy election years, it's harder. We're both running all over the place. So, but you know, this guy, nobody knows Sharia law like he does, and I've never met anybody I think that could describe what their mission in terror is all about better than Andrew McCarthy. So.
Now, Andy Tobin, I was over in Arizona on Thursday night with your next governor, Doug Ducey, Mark Brnovich. I was, none of the federal candidates, there was a state ticket, so I didn't have you or Martha McSally or Wendy Rogers with me, but everyone kept talking about the energy level in Arizona is off the charts. How do you feel about your race? Tell people about it.
Yeah, the truth is that they've been, Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama raised enough money to just continue to try to slaughter my good name out there. But they're missing the boat. I'm a father of 5. I've been married almost 29 years. I'm going to be a grandpa, by the way, in March.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. It's our first one, so we're really excited. And, the end of the day, Arizonans don't stand for that kind of politics very well. And, of course, it's not true. And what they've got is they've got someone who votes to seal the border, and who's done that better than Arizona? And I've been in the Speaker's office for 4 years, so I guess you could put that on me. Who's fought back on Obamacare more than Arizona? Well, there are a few of our states out there, but certainly none more than Arizona has. Who's really stood up and told the EPA, to back off? And we're not winning that fight because we got a president who's got a pen and a phone. But at the end of the day, my opponent believes it's okay to keep our border open, but to close Gitmo, for heaven's sakes. So where are we going to put those terrorists,
Now, Andy, you're the son of a retired New York City cop. You're the grandson of Irish immigrants. You're not really the regular Arizona cowboy, but you sure did adapt once you got there. And talk about where your district is. Flagstaff's where you got your headquarters, but tell people about the district.
Yeah, this is one of the largest districts in the country, and it's gerrymandered to the point where if you can imagine a state that has 15 counties, 11 of those counties are in this district. And I will go almost the entire Utah border and almost the entire New Mexico border, as just to give you a brief view of what that looks like. And then we squaggle through a lot of it. But the truth is, it's one of the most beautiful parts of the country, certainly of Arizona. We have the Grand Canyon, which, by the way, my opponent voted twice to keep closed during the shutdown. We have Canyon de Chelly. We have Sedona Red Rock. We have the beautiful White Mountains. We have the Snow Bowl. We have, farming communities in southern Arizona, and we have Marana and Oro Valley, and this list goes on and on. Are these beautiful communities? And we're ranchers. We're hardworking people. We are agricultural people. We are miners. We are small business people. We are tourist business people. We are young families raising our children here. We are big on veterans. We are big on our seniors. This is the most diverse district I'm aware of in the country, and they've about had it. They know that this country is not safer since this president, Andrew Patrick, got in. They know our military is not stronger. For heaven's sakes, our VA is a disaster at this point. Who would have thought that we would ever have to admit that our Veterans Administration would have failed our veterans? And we all know that our borders aren't secure, and our debt's bigger. For heaven's sakes, it's almost $18 trillion. It was half of that before Andrew Patrick first went to Congress. So we're doing very well. These people in Arizona are not fooled by a lot of TV ads and hype coming from Nancy Pelosi. They understand it. We're endorsed by Republicans and Democrats across this district, and we've done great work here. Do you know that Arizona is the one state in the country where politicians don't get sweetheart pensions anymore?
Yeah, it is terrific. And Andy Tobin's website is Andy Tobin, not surprisingly, ANDYTOBIN.com. Ann Kirkpatrick is rated as the second most vulnerable Democrat in the wave that is building. That means you can win this race. But it takes resources and takes volunteers, and you'll take any help that people can give you, I assume.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. We got our bills paid, as you would expect me to do, but we're probably 4 or 5 days short on this campaign trail. We need to load up our coffers. And for those of you that are police officers, veterans, fire departments, you need to know that those people support me. Police and fire basically endorse me across the board, as well as the U.S. Chamber, National Federation of Business. They have all endorsed me. So we're thrilled to get any and all help that we can. It's andytobin.com. You can go right to my website. Take a look at, we had a big fire in Yarnell. Take a look and see what the Prescott Fire Chief said of me. We got some great videos on there. You've been a great resource for us to continue to get our message out about, San Francisco Pelosi trying to come to Arizona and buy a seat. And we're not going to let that happen. That's not what Arizona is.
How's the early voting look, Andy? Because Arizona's got quite a lot of early voting. You've been doing it for a week. How are the numbers looking?
The numbers statewide, where Republicans were up by 10 points. I think the numbers in the congressional district, where we were up by, I think, 6 or 7 yesterday. So we'll have more numbers here. So Republicans over Democrats. And what your listeners should know is this is a 9-point Democrat registration advantage. And we are up in the polls by a point to a point and a half. So this is typically not, these are not your current Democrats. These are not Obama Democrats. These are our grandparents' Democrats. Remember the time when they really cared about business, they really cared about the working person, they really cared about jobs, and they didn't want to kill coal, and they didn't want to, open us up to terrorists being moved from Gitmo to America. I mean, it's just that these are not the same Democrats. These are Mitt Romney Democrats. These are Senator Flake Democrats. These are folks who are people of the land, who believe that they want their children to have a shot at what they got, and they're not getting that right now. So we feel good about what we're doing, and I just thank everyone for their prayers. And you're right, at andytobin.com, you can make a contribution to the campaign to help keep us up on TV, at least counterback all what they're doing to us.
Keep with that strong kick through the end of the campaign, Andy Tobin, and I look forward to calling you, Congressman, about this time.